All right. What up, YouTube? How y'all doing? What's going on here? So, I was trying to make this video. I guess I'm gonna record this on my phone. As you see, outside walking, getting some sun. Well, ain't too much sun out here right now, but getting some physical activity. Still encourage people whenever you can get out there and get some physical activity. I mean, even if it's just walking. They got a tree house up there. But making this video to go with some other videos I'm gonna edit into this one is about Destiny. I love the game. I play it. I enjoy it. I had about 2,600 hours playing the game. That's since it first came out. So, Bungie, if you're listening, I'm there with you. I do have some concerns. I'm not the sweaty people. I'm not the, Mesa Shines and Akaros, and which I'm gonna tag them all in there, all the YouTubers and content creators that cover Destiny. I'm just one of your average players out here that said, you know what, I'll make a video. I want to know if Bungie is listening. I've been playing video games for a while, so like I say, I'm an 80s baby, so yeah, I've been there. And with Destiny, I like the way it's going. You say you want it to be RPG. With that being said, so RPG, you have RPG elements. You are getting a new engine that we know of this fall for Beyond Light. That's cool. Now, if you can implement it, which I know you can implement it because you are still running D1. D1 still has what do you want to call it? You want to have vendors. RPGs have vendors. Technically, more vendors than what we got in D1 right now. I mean, you have the space. You have the tower that has a lot of empty space in it. That's nothing is it. I'm going to show video of that too. Just that I had to be contacting servers, so I restarted everything. And I said, while that's doing that, I'm going for my walk. But we have the space in the game world right now. You have the faction rally vendors, the faction vendors, whatever. They're still in D1. They still have inventory, and we can interact with them. We can look in their inventory. We can pledge to them. We can farm weapons from them. You have them in D2. They're just sitting there. So even if you don't want to bring back faction rallies, bring back the faction. Update them. It really cannot be that hard. I know you hear a lot of the negative comments out there that people say that you're reskinning weapons. Yes, some of the weapons are reskins. We understand it. You got weapons that you're bringing from D1 into D2. I mean, if you just want to bring D1 weapons into D2, a good way to do it is vendors. Was it Shax? He had more stuff as a vendor and Crucible Master. You had the Crucible Quartermaster that sold Crucible weapons and armor. Something that changed every week. You can put that back into the game. That'll give people something to do. The sweaty people that play competitive and PvP, those people will have something to go for every week. Different armaments, different armors, different weapons, stuff that is uh, made for that particular playstyle. If you're playing competitive, if you're playing PvP, trials, you can go into there. You had the Hunter Vanguard, which was Cayde, but Cayde had a inventory. You got Ikora. You didn't give her nothing in D1, but it seemed like, nah, give her something. Make her what she is. Make her the warlock vendor. Anything that she will sell or have in her inventory weekly can be towards a warlock. Then but it kind of, if you do that, you got to have a vendor towards Titans and towards Hunters. But Zavala would have been the Titan one, and Cayde would have been the Hunter. Even though right now we don't have a Hunter Vanguard, we could have a little robot. They got the little robots around the tower doing nothing. You could have different vendors on the planets. RPGs have vendors everywhere selling something, not just one or two. You go to Earth, you go to EDZ, you got Devrim Kay. That's it. That's all you see is Devrim Kay. He sells nothing else. You go to you go to Nessus, you got Failsafe. You see nothing else. Like, that's it, just Failsafe. You go to the Reef, you got Spider. That's it. I know the Spider sells materials, but give it something else on there, some other part in the Reef that you can go where there's nothing yet. And it could be a fallen vendor, just like the Spider, one of his associates, just on a different part of the Reef, maybe one or two, just some other vendor there. Where else? The Moon, I can understand Eris Morn on to be in there, but and then we supposed to be going back to the Cosmodrome. Let there be more than one vendor. Right now, even on Earth, you have the farm. You have another social space. You have the farm, the tower. Let the farm have vendors, not the vendors at the tower. Let that be something else. Even if, new players, we understand this. Let you, because you got to go to the farm being a new player, and only certain things is there. I understand. But when they get past that part, it updates. Now the vendors in the farm is like, there's a cat right there. Oh wow, okay. It was a pretty cat too. It was a black one with like green eyes. Let the farm vendors be like scavengers. They keep saying we hear the commentary throughout the game. There's people still out there. There's people doing this. We brought down the Almighty. That's a bunch of technology and material that was crashed. Let scavengers say, hey, this is what I've been going through. What have you scavenged? And let it be something they're selling. Either they found weapons, or they found armor, or shit. My bad. Cut that out of there. They gon' they found the Cabal armor and decided to refurbish it for Guardian armor. Uh, let it have a certain stat point on it. Let still us. We get to put our mods on it. Understandable. Some of the materials in the game that's in our inventory, we know some of it's going away, but let some of it be used for different things. Upgrade modules shouldn't be that expensive to buy from Banshee. I mean, we want to upgrade our armor. It needs to be somewhat expensive to use some things, and some things we can farm out, but not expensive as it is. Ascendant shards should come from more than just 2 activities right now. Talking with a few people in my clan, a few people from other clans and stuff like that, and talked to a guy that I was playing with when I was farming in Nightfalls last week. That was really cool. That you get an Ascendant Shard from going flawless in trials. Everybody's not going flawless in trials. I know you get an Ascendant Shard from doing a Grand Master. Everybody's not doing that either. You can get Ascendant Shards from doing a Nightfall Master, but since the Nightfall is the same thing, that still counts as 2 activities. It's just one activity is a little harder than the other one, but that's still 2 activities. So Ascendant Shards, if still you got the RNG, so if you get a masterwork piece of armor, legs, chest, armor, you should be able to dismantle it. Yes, it's a truck riding behind me. Well, he just passed me. If you dismantle a masterwork piece of armor, since it takes a shard, 1 shard, to masterwork to masterwork a piece of armor, if I dismantle it because I don't want it, let's see, it's masterwork, okay, it's a high level, okay, but it doesn't have the stats that I'm looking for, so I'm going to dismantle it. I should be able to dismantle it and get the 1 shard from it. If I get the 1 shard, then because right now it gives you prisms and cores. If I get the 1 shard, I'm going to use that shard. It's not going to break the game. I'm going to use that 1 shard in a piece of armor that I want, and that would be cool. But right now we can't get it. I mean, even if we do a raid and you complete a raid, you should be able to get an Ascendant Shard. We did talk about that too. We did talk about if you just, people will farm out the bosses and get Ascendant Shards that way. No. Do it in the chest. Do it in the like the secret chest. Not just even though it's like some secret chests you can farm, which we all appreciate that. We all be able to get in there and farm out some stuff. Cool. Put it to where you have to do a certain thing. Say you got a raid, and got 5 activities or 5 encounters, and you take that 3rd encounter, going over to the 4th encounter, and you stick a hidden chest. Like, this chest is over here. And if you hit that chest, there's a chance to drop an Ascendant Shard. But, this is the but. Only if you complete the first 3 encounters. I mean, if you start the raid, you beat the first encounter, you beat the second encounter, and you beat the third encounter. And then you get to this chest. You open this chest. You have a percentage of getting it. It's all RNG. Now, the RNG has to be stable. So say it's a 2% chance. You beat the first one, 2%. Third one, 2%. Fourth one, well, you know, first, second, third, 2%. Hit the chest. You got a 6% chance to get a shard. And if you don't get one, you beat the fourth one. That adds that 2% to your 6. You beat the final boss, you still get 2% chance. If you play the raid again, it steadily adds up. As it adds up, every time you get to that chest, you have a higher percentage. That's one way you can sneak another one in the game and people will get shards. You give it to me. If I dismantle a masterwork piece of gear, I get a shard. We are going to use those shards to masterwork gear that we want, gear that we're going to use. That's one way. I know this video is probably kind of long. Oh, it's only 16 minutes. That's not that bad. I'm probably gonna cut stuff out of it. That's one way to get the player base, as you will say, in the game. I mean, I would love to get up there one day. I don't even know if this video gonna get viewed, but I would love to get up there one day and be able to come to the Bungie Studios and talk to you guys. Just want to talk to you. Just, give you some insight. If you can't think of weapons, if it's that hard to think of weapons that you have to bring back old ones, put a vendor in the tower or on the EDZ, because technically the tower is in the EDZ, just by the wall. Let people from the farm out stuff. Yes, we know the tower from D1 got destroyed, but we went back to it to get the outbreak perfected. So technically everything in there is not destroyed. Hint, hint. If you got vendors and NPCs that are scavenging, maybe they can go over there and they find some stuff, and they find this, or they found this, and they repurpose it, and then now you have this. That's a every week thing, every 3 days or something. Say it's been a week, refresh, the tower's got something else. Heavy ammo sifts, we like those. I know some of the mods give you you can get ammo and stuff back, but what if I was doing a strike, and what if I was doing a nightfall and I cannot get ammo? A heavy ammo sift, bam. I know you got the raid banners, but the raid banners only work if you're in a raid or the menagerie, but that's technically going away. Yeah, because it's on the Leviathan. So if bring back heavy ammo sifts, inventory. RPG has vendors and inventory. You have the assets to do it and to let it run by itself, where you don't even have to do anything unless you just want to add until that weapon thing. If it's a Vanguard inventory, you have a Vanguard inventory. It's running in D1 right now. You have a Crucible inventory that's running in D1 right now. if you bring that over and let that be a vendor every week, there's nothing you have to do to that unless you update it. The thing about weapons, I like the weapons. I like the sunsetting of weapons. The armor, that's a different story. Now, if you're gonna sunset armor, the mods need to be made for everything. I'm gonna say that. Some of the general mods, I mean, you got the Taken mods, you got the Fallen mods, which I'm still trying to get those. I think you need to do those like you did the Hive mods. Hive mods is what was it, Crown of Sorrow, and Fallen mods is Scourge of the Past. But the Hive mods was Fallen in Menagerie. I mean, and if I didn't do the raid, I could do Menagerie and have a chance to get Hive mods. The Fallen mods, we put those in another activity. Because if you can't finish Scourge, and it's only falling out of one chest, so it's not even the last boss. So even if it was like another way to get those, that'd be kind of cool. That would be cool. But the mods, like the Fallen mods, the Hive mods, and Taken mods, let those go on any armor. If I got a slot for it, let it go on any armor. Cause right now we have nowhere to put those unless you have that piece of armor. But then some of those pieces of armor are getting sunsetted. So they are falling at 1060. They're not gonna get up any higher. At least from my thing, I never had anything drop higher, even with doing the activities. So some of that stuff. I want to include gameplay from some of this, or just some videos of what's going on in it, and then that'll be cool. But anyway, before this part gets any longer, I am going to probably chop it up and go after that. So, peace.